Hey you guys, this is Ashley with the Keto Saga. As promised, on the last day of April, I'm going to be doing a Q&A with the top 7 questions that have been asked throughout the month of April. So you guys can have all the answers in case anybody out there is wondering the same questions. I have many different social media platforms, so this goes my keto motivation group, my keto group for beginners, my Instagram, as well as my YouTube. So let's get started. Number 1, what are the different types of fasting? Now this question actually has a bunch of different answers because there are a plethora of different types of fasts out there, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys 6, okay? Number 1, we have intermittent fasting, which is pretty much creating a eating window for yourself. Most people start off with an 8-16, which is 8 hours eating window, 16-hour fast. It looks something like stop your meal at 6 p.m., start again at 10 a.m. So you're not fasting throughout the day. It's mostly when you sleep, and a lot of people can do it a little bit better that way. And then you gradually increase the hours of fasting and decrease the amount of eating time you have all the way up. And you can go up until like 123. So that's kind of what I personally did as well. There are 24-hour fasts, whether that is water or liquid or juicing or whatever. It's a 24-hour period. There is a 24 to 72-hour autophagy fast that is specifically to get you into autophagy, and that's pretty much your goal, is the autophagy. And when you hear autophagy, think about your body's recycling center, and so it goes through and kind of recycles all the old and dead and unused, bad bits. So that's kind of 24 to 72 hours. So up to like 3 days. And then you have your extended fast, which are more than 3 days. And then you have a water fast and a dry fast. Now, something to keep in mind here is that each of these have like subcategories and different ways that you can do different things, add in different things, take out different things. So really do your research on the different types of fast out there. If you are planning on doing one, it's really important to know what exactly you're doing and what each one entails. There's even fat fast, there's beef and butter fast, there's egg fast. I mean, there's all kinds of them. So just make sure you do your research. Number 2, how do I prepare for a fast? Well, it really depends on which type of fast you're talking about, because each one's going to be a little bit different. If you're talking about intermittent fasting, it's as simple as just set the timer for 6 p.m., stop eating, wake up, have your first meal at 10 a.m. It may be difficult for you at first, but it's try again. And that's really all you can do. And you can do that for, as long as you feel comfortable, and then you can bump up your fasting time and decrease your eating window. If you're talking about a water fast, I usually recommend starting with intermittent fasting, just because you're going to be miserable if you go from eating McDonald's yesterday into a water fast today and not having anything. You know what I mean? So you're going to be pretty miserable if you don't prepare. And I really, really suggest doing intermittent fasting the way I feel is the correct way, which is start with intermittent fasting and go all the way up until you reach that 123 mark. So 1 hour eating window, 23 hours fasting. I then did 24-hour fasts, and then 3-day autophagy fast, and then water fasting. So make sure you kind of give your body a chance to adapt a little, because once you're fat adapted, which I also recommend the ketogenic diet for your intermittent fasting while you're eating. If you're fat adapted, you can go in and out of it very quickly, and it'll also kind of train your body to know what to go after when you are in those fasted states. So it really kind of depends. If you're doing like an egg fast, obviously it's starting to cut out things and add more eggs into your diet. So yeah, just really research which one, and then that's really going to determine the best way to prepare for it. Number 3, what can I have on a fast? again, and I hate to sound like a broken record here, but it depends on which one you're talking about. If you're talking about the keto diet and talking about intermittent fasting, you want to stay away from anything that's going to be spiking your insulin, and anything other than water usually spikes your insulin. Now, some people say that black coffee is fine. I tend to agree. If you're intermittent fasting, I think black coffee should be fine. I also think green tea would be fine. You don't want to put heavy whipping cream in your coffee. You don't want to put sugar. You don't want to put any of that. You don't want to have these things that are like Crystal Light and Mio and whatever, because it's really tricking your body into thinking that you're eating something. So you don't want that. The idea behind a fast is to get your body to rest. And so you don't want to be jump starting all of your systems with all of this like fake stuff. You know what I mean? Now, if you're talking about a water fast, you can have water. That's it. Distilled water is the best, but honestly, you can get away with spring water or just purified water, filtered water, anything you can do. If you are talking about a dry fast, that's absolutely nothing. Dry fasts are a little bit different, and you cannot brush your teeth or bathe or wash your hands or anything, so that's a little bit different. A lot of people are thinking that they can have gum, anything that doesn't have calories, and that, again, the idea behind a fast is to give your body a rest and relaxation, and to really allow it to just kind of take a breather from having all of those different body functions that it does every single day. And if you are putting stuff in your body that's going to either spike your insulin or start your digestive process, you're not resting. Number 4, how is keto good for you if it's high fat? Now, this is a really good question, and it's a very common one that I get all the time. In fact, I actually got this at work today talking to one of my coworkers. So the thing is that people hear the keto diet and they're very turned off by it because of the high fat in quotes. So yes, the diet is 70% high fat, 25% protein, and 5% carbohydrates. But you're not running around with bacon and butter in your hands at all times. You are not like coating yourself in lard. What you're doing on the keto diet is replacing those bad fats, so you're like your vegetable oils, your canola oils, your grease, and just all kinds of bad fats, and you're switching it over to healthy fats like avocado oil, avocados, olives, your healthy pecans and walnuts and almonds. You are going for olive oil. You're going for the healthy fats. It's not about stuffing your face full of fat. It is about eating the correct fats to keep you full throughout the day so that you can go from one meal to the other without snacking. That's it. So, and also, a lot of people are concerned because they think that high fat is going to raise their cholesterol and give them heart attacks. And actually, the research has shown now that it's not the high fat, it's the carbs and sugar that clogs the arteries and gives you guys heart attacks. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. That's going to do it for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. I will put the link in the description down below. If you guys like this video and want more, please consider subscribing and clicking on that little bell icon right next to the subscribe button so you get notified whenever I upload videos. Every month I'm going to be doing more videos like this, as well as bringing you more information on the keto diet and as well as fasting and water fasting. So stay tuned for part 2. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.